Hey guys, Lady Death here. We're on the Outer Worlds, and this is my this is my playthrough, part two. I may have fucked up the entire thing, but okay. Before we get started, I am about to hit my thousand, my thousand. How do you pronounce this? Thousands. I'm about to hit video 1,000 on the channel, and I was thinking I'll do something special for the 1,000th stream. I'm just trying to figure out what. I also am aware that my content is kind of lacking at the moment. Starting next Monday, I will be doing. I plan to do a stream every day. For Halloween. It's essentially going to be my five scary days. I'm going to end up streaming twice on one of the days as well because no, it should be fine actually. It'll be 5 scary days. It could potentially be the same game, or I could end up picking 5 games and doing like starting games, or picking up games that I've already previously done and carrying on with them. I have no idea yet. I just know I'm going to stream every day, Monday through Friday, I do believe, because I think Friday is when that's when Halloween falls on, right? Oh no, I'll have to start on Sunday because that'll be my 5 scary days. Because Halloween falls on a Thursday. Either way. There will be 5 days of horror games. I have no idea what they will be. I'm hoping Green can join me for at least one of them. And it will be for a couple of hours every day, probably in the evening UK time. But we're going to get into this because it's been a while since I've done this. I did say I was going to pick it up a while ago, and I never did. And last part was actually really short because I had clan obligations to do on Destiny. So what have I got in my inventory? Oh god.
Had your rations yet?
Hold up. Oh god, I've been playing Fallout, so the controls are a little different for me right now. Let's do this one first.
Yep, 2 whole cans of Saltuna.
Ooh, Saltuna. First things first.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe Saltuna. All I've got is gourmet.
Okay.
Music to my ears.
I know how to do this. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm insufficient funds. Okay, let's sell all the shit I don't need. Okay. Those will be fine. This will do for the time being. Alright, so I've got to go collect something or other. But there is a little thing I know about. Welcome to your stream, I hope you enjoy.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Relax, I'm clean.
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death. whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Prepare my remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Speaking of burials, Silas sent me to collect your fees.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
You have a very loose definition of the word prosperity.
Edgewater is built on the discipline and sacrifice of its people. Say what you will about our town, but we all pull together. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
What about Eugene's gold teeth?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
You're gonna have to.
Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
See ya. La 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 la. Ah yes, Abernathy.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Mm-hmm. You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
I'm positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
You should put a sign over your door or something. Or at least cover your mouth.
And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give them another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
And not so fast. I've got some questions.
I'll do what I can.
Why can't you just buy some medicine yourself?
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about these marauders?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly.
I've heard enough.
So you'll do it then?
I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
I'm here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
You're taking an awful risk trusting me, you know.
I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
I always forget about this trick.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need it for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
Alright. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Okay, 2 down, 2 to go.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got in.
I only really have 2 complaints about this game. Is one, you can't modify your character after you've made the character. And the other one is you technically can't play the game after you've done the final mission. You have to go back and save.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's an awful thing to say.
Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. Alright, one more to go. Wait, what build am I doing this time? Shit, where do I go to check this? There we go. I'm not doing stealth this time. I'll be leveling it up to as high as I can get it with leveling all these up at the same time, but I'm not doing stealth. I guess I'm just doing like a full-blown gunslinger thing. Then what weapons am I using? Okay. Whoops, that's Fallout. Not that way. Usually I run stealth when it comes to these missions, but I feel like me running stealth is going to be a bad idea. For one, I've technically already changed it. Technically I've already chosen a different build when I made this character. So... in all honesty, running in there and getting shit done doesn't sound too bad to me. Just gotta remember not to put stealth shit on. Which means I'm not using a sniper this time. I guess I'm gonna be having a shotgun, which will be energy weapon. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Haha. Oh yes, I am running super slow. I think I've done 2, 3 playthroughs of this so far. This is technically my 4th, and 5th if I include the Switch. Yeah, I started one called Sapphire when I first started playing. I left that up to the Outworlds community to choose.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Silas sent me. You owe him gravesite fees?
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you babbling about?
The war. The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Automechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the Resistance?
If your Resistance needs another gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
I'll let you be. Oh, gotta go speak to Silas. Doobly-doo. What was I talking about before I spoke to him? I actually don't know. Oh, either way. I'm a little annoyed that I'm not going to be able to play the second one. It's disappointing.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Hey, about these, those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
I'm done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Abernathy was trying to hide his own illness.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
He was convinced you knew.
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
That's all for now. Okie dokie. Let's go speak to what's-his-face, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay on each planet and complete all of the side quests before moving on. A, to maximize my, what's it called? XP, and just to get everything done. What I'm also going to do for the final mission is I actually won't be on this character. Mainly because I have done both DLCs on another character, and in order to get like the best version of the ending that includes everything, which I don't know if I've put that version up on the channel yet. Essentially I'm going to be making the same decisions I always do when it comes to a playthrough for myself. They might differ slightly, but majority of the time they stay the same. so you won't actually notice that much of a difference. So I'll be switching characters when it comes to that playthrough. Well, that final mission at least.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
I'll wait until you're finished.
You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise. I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I didn't realize I read the sentence wrong until after I finished. Alright, Reed. I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Wrong button. Okie dokie.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures. Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
La la la, just walking through all of their shit because I can't bother to go round. I find this game absolutely awesome. Slow in the beginning.
Weird in here. It's too clean.
It's slow in the beginning, but it starts speeding up towards probably when you get through the through the first bit. Because there's a lot of talking involved throughout the entire thing. But
yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison. Anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Damn it. So, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical... Fuck me! I just heard the word and all. Yeah. Why would a vicar be after a banned book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
I'm not going to be a dick. You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okie dokie. Alright, we're gonna go and deliver the message, and then depending on how long this takes us, because I want to keep these episodes between an hour and 2, so probably about an hour and a half, give or take. Depending on how long this takes us, we're going to do a couple of sites. We'll probably end up doing this on the way. To be honest, we could probably do this on the way. Well, I since I've done this a couple of times, I know what the building looks like. So if I end up getting to the building before I get to Adelaide, then we'll get those done along the way. But the goal is to get this one done before I end this part. I can't see my feet. Oop. If you're enjoying the stream, please give a thumbs up. By the way, I know I've been streaming a fair amount of what would people call it? Outdated games these days. It's mainly because I'm trying to get back into the commentary and just generally streaming. Like, I need to start recording again. Where the fuck am I? Yeah, I need to start just generally recording again. Because it's been a long time since I've just sat down and recorded. And streaming, well, I stream more than I record these days, actually, come to think of it. Oof, don't have a lot of ammo in that. ADHD brain, I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about. What takes me so long in these playthroughs is literally, as I'm going towards the objective, I loot. And I loot a lot.
he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the by.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Parvati, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Etherwave serial or something?
Hebs surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Okay, we're gonna loot everything in here, then we're gonna head off to the next area. I pick up everything, by the way. It's a trait that I have gained from Fallout. How do I crouch? Okay, so it's circle. Okay, not that way. I'm confused. There we go. I have weapon modifications, yay! Shit that I'm not gonna use, woohoo! Thank you, thank you. Nothing in there. I saw a crate, yep. Alright, this place is looted. Isn't there another crate around here somewhere? Yes, there it is. How much ammo? I really need to get some more ammo. I got plenty of shotgun ammo, luckily. Must take everything. I think when I picked up this game, I do believe it was like either a day or two after it released, and it was one of those games I just couldn't put down. Not many games do that to me anymore. Yeah, I don't get many games that make me glued to it anymore. Right, I think the last one was Cyberpunk.
Oh, you got that?
Wait. Son of a bitch! Wasn't there something I could open up in here? Damn it. Oh wait, the fucking thing I needed was actually on the other end. Give me everything. How's my carry weight? We're good. For now. More orders. Well, I forgot. This thing is not range.
Everyone all right?
Okay. I think I'm getting close to my other objective, actually.
Huh?
Oh, it's a pulse. I missed. How do I... Well, I needed that, but... Ah! Fucking missed. And again. Oh my god! I hate pulse weapons. Oh, there you are.
Hey, here we go.
Let's not use up all of my ammo. Did Parvati really fucking just die? Yeah, I'm at the community center. I might as well get... Oh, shit. Eh. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to wear some other armor. And I might as well go in here because it's like the shit I need is in now. But I'm gonna loot this area first. I hate this shotgun. Gonna try and get an energy shotgun of some sort. I prefer those anyway because they're projectiles instead of the annoying fucking diddly thing I've got. Loot, glorious loot.
Easy.
Why is my armor flashing? Oh, it's because it's almost broken. Am I really gonna have to wear this? I don't do stealth. Fine, for now I'll wear this ugly ass shit. Give me. Oh wait, that is part of the fridge. I thought it was something on top. I'm an idiot. Hello, Gator. Oh, yes. I'll fucking take that, thank you. I am... Wait, what ammo does this use? Heavy. This uses light. Wait. Level 1. Level 1. I'm doing alright. How are you? Alright. I really hope they don't give me a sniper rifle. The thing is, I wouldn't mind having one because I know my stealth is going to be somewhat higher. So... Alright, since I'm going in here, I might as well swap over... Yeah, it's right here. Alright, I'm going to quickly save so you're not going to be able to see the screen for a sec. Hold up, I thought you were supposed to be at work.
Here we go. Down they go.
What the fuck? Oh wow. Oh wow. My aim is terrible. Stop moving. Stop it. God damn. Why is the fucking aiming on here so fucking weird? Yeah, for some reason the aiming on here is a little weird, more weird than what I'm used to. Give me everything. I have a feeling I'm going to be overcome by the time I get to Adelaide. I don't know what I picked up, and frankly I don't care. Alright. Give me everything, everything. I like stuffs. Housekeeping. Whoops, wrong button.
We made it.
If I'm gonna be running in, I'm gonna need to get my shit together and armor. Okay. Milk. Nope, water. Whoops. How do I get in there? Did I really just pick up another? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I want to know how you get in there. It looks like there's like a decent amount of loot in there. These guys have seen bad days. Oh, it was actually really easy to get in here.
Nice.
Oh, a tactical shotgun. I'll take it. This is heavy armor, isn't it? Oh no, it's light. Awesome sauce. Okay, well, I got this. Time to go to Adelaide. No. I love how Mr. Gator is always wanting my attention, but as soon as I give it, it's like he's non-existent. That's how it always is. I hope this sounds okay, by the way. If it's too quiet, just please let me know. I'm going to check it after the stream, and if I find out that it's too quiet, I'm going to boost up the sound next time. Oh yeah, I got skill points. Why do I have extra stuff there? Maybe I am doing a stealth build. God, I'm gonna have to fucking... I'm gonna have to have a look at the first stream, see what I did. Oh, damn.
Great work.
This looks rough. Hey, energy shotgun. I don't want to sleep. That does less damage. What does this use? Light. Okay. I'll stick with this for now. I know at some point I get a gun. To be honest, what I might end up doing is, instead of having to like go into my other character to do that playthrough, what I might do is I might blitz the 2 DLCs off camera before I get around to doing the last stream. Fuck knows how long that's going to take me, because me being me, I like taking my sweet ass time. As you can plainly tell. Space. Oof. Not sure if I like that sight.
Move along, stranger. You don't want any trouble. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
You're looking for it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. Need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Reed said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Where can I find Adelaide?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Trouble with more orders?
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Don't worry about it, I'll find her.
Appreciate it. Honest.
I'll leave you be. Alright, let's go talk to Adelaide. Oh, Adelaide.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon. but it's been cleaned.
Reed sent me to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Reed asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What if you go against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's Choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side.
I'm alright. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
I guess you have a point.
So, what do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Alright, and that is this part done. We have achieved the goal I wanted to achieve. And I'm going to save real quick, so you won't be able to see the screen. I apologize. I hope you have enjoyed. I know I haven't achieved much, but most of the story is actually in the talking itself, which, strangely enough, I kind of enjoy. So, I hope you have enjoyed this part. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. And join me next time. I'm not going to say when because I have no bloody idea. But join me starting Sunday. The 5 Days of Frights. And I will see you for the next one. So make sure you comment, like, and nuke that subscribe button. I have been Lady Death, and I will see you for the next one. Cheerio, and goodbye.